Welcome to the Pencil Bob channel. Most of our stories are fiction but based on real events. I hope you enjoy my stories. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification icon so you never miss out. Now on with the story. The Oklahoma City bombing stands as one of the most devastating acts of domestic terrorism in American history, forever altering the landscape of Oklahoma City and leaving an indelible mark on the nation's consciousness. On April 19, 1995, a senseless act of violence shattered the tranquility of a spring morning, claiming the lives of 168 innocent people and injuring hundreds more. As we approach the anniversary of this tragic event, it is imperative to reflect on its significance, honor the memories of those lost, and reaffirm our commitment to unity and resilience in the face of adversity. Background. The seeds of the Oklahoma City bombing were sown in the fertile ground of discontent and disillusionment, nurtured by the radical ideologies of Timothy McVeigh and Nichols. Both men, disillusioned with what they perceived as government overreach and tyranny, harbored simmering resentment towards federal institutions. Their discontent reached a boiling point in the aftermath of the infamous FBI siege of the Branch Davidian compound in Waco, Texas, in 1993. Witnessing what they considered to be an egregious display of government aggression and excessive force, McVeigh and Nichols were consumed by a fervent desire for retribution. Fueled by a toxic blend of anti-government sentiments and a thirst for vengeance, McVeigh and Nichols meticulously crafted their plan to strike at the heart of federal authority. Their target: the Alfred P. Mora Federal Building, a symbol of bureaucratic power and influence located in downtown Oklahoma City. The planning process was methodical and painstaking, with McVeigh and Nichols meticulously orchestrating every detail of their deadly plot. They procured the necessary materials, constructed the bomb, and meticulously planned the logistics of the attack, all while operating under the radar of law enforcement. Driven by a twisted sense of ideology and a desire to spark a revolution against what they perceived as a tyrannical government, McVeigh and Nichols saw the bombing as a means to ignite a wave of anti-government sentiment and inspire others to join their cause. Little did they know, their heinous act of terrorism would not only claim the lives of innocent men, women, and children but also forever alter the course of American history. The attack. At precisely 9:02 a.m. on that fateful April morning, Timothy McVeigh triggered the detonation of a colossal truck bomb strategically parked just outside the Alfred P. Mora Federal Building in downtown Oklahoma City. The resulting explosion unleashed a cataclysmic wave of destruction, its force tearing through the 9-story structure with unimaginable ferocity. The facade of the building was rent asunder, reduced to twisted metal and shattered glass, as the shockwave propagated outward, leaving behind a harrowing scene of devastation. The sheer magnitude of the blast was felt for miles around, its concussive force reverberating through the city streets and shaking the very foundations of nearby buildings. Windows shattered into 1,000 glittering fragments, raining down upon unsuspecting bystanders, while the deafening roar of the explosion echoed through the city, a grim symphony of chaos and destruction. In the immediate aftermath of the blast, the city of Oklahoma City was plunged into a state of utter turmoil. Emergency sirens wailed in the distance as first responders rushed to the scene, their heroic efforts hampered by the scale of the devastation before them. Panic and confusion gripped the city as residents struggled to comprehend the enormity of what had just occurred. In the blink of an eye, lives were irrevocably changed, and a community was left reeling in shock and disbelief. The aftermath. In the wake of the Oklahoma City bombing, the city became a scene of frantic desperation and heartbreak as rescue workers, firefighters, and volunteers worked tirelessly to sift through the rubble in search of survivors. Every passing minute was precious, every heartbeat a silent plea for hope amidst the chaos and destruction. Amidst the dust and debris, the agonizing wait for news weighed heavy on the shoulders of grieving families and anxious loved ones. The air was thick with sorrow and uncertainty as they clung to fragile threads of optimism, praying for a miracle amidst the devastation. The true extent of the tragedy was laid bare as rescue teams uncovered scenes of unimaginable horror. Entire floors of the Alfred P. Mora Federal Building lay reduced to twisted metal and concrete, the remnants of shattered lives and shattered dreams. Each discovery was a grim reminder of the fragility of life and the indiscriminate nature of tragedy. As the days stretched into weeks, the nation stood united in grief and solidarity, watching in disbelief as the death toll continued to climb. Faces of the victims flashed across television screens, their stories etched in the collective memory of a mourning nation. It was a sobering reminder of the fragility of life and the unfathomable depths of human suffering. Yet amidst the darkness, there were glimmers of hope and resilience. Stories of heroism and selflessness emerged from the rubble, shining a light in the midst of despair. Communities came together in a show of solidarity, offering support and solace to those affected by the tragedy. In the aftermath of the Oklahoma City bombing, the nation stood united in mourning, determined to honor the memory of those lost and rebuild in the face of adversity. It was a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the power of resilience in the face of tragedy. Investigation and justice. In the tumultuous aftermath of the Oklahoma City bombing, law enforcement agencies mobilized with unprecedented urgency, launching a relentless manhunt to track down those responsible for the heinous act of terror that had rocked the nation to its core. Within hours of the devastating explosion, investigators had identified Timothy McVeigh as the primary suspect, his involvement in the attack swiftly becoming apparent through a painstaking process of forensic analysis and eyewitness testimony. In a dramatic turn of events, McVeigh was apprehended just 90 minutes after the bombing, his apprehension marking a crucial breakthrough in the investigation. The swift and decisive action of law enforcement sent shockwaves through the nation, offering a glimmer of hope in the midst of tragedy. Hot on the heels of McVeigh's arrest, Terry Nichols was also taken into custody, his alleged complicity in the bombing coming to light through a web of incriminating evidence and witness accounts. Together, McVeigh and Nichols were charged with multiple counts of murder, conspiracy, and terrorism, their roles in the meticulously planned attack laid bare for all to see. In a landmark trial that captivated the nation, McVeigh and Nichols were brought to justice, their guilt irrefutably established through a compelling array of evidence presented by the prosecution. In a solemn courtroom, McVeigh was sentenced to death, his fate sealed by a jury of his peers, while Nichols received a life sentence without the possibility of parole. The convictions of McVeigh and Nichols served as a bittersweet victory for the families of the victims, offering a measure of closure in the wake of unimaginable loss. Yet, the scars of the Oklahoma City bombing would endure, a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring threat of extremism in all its forms. Legacy. The Oklahoma City bombing reverberated across the nation like a thunderclap, leaving an indelible scar on the collective consciousness of America. It was a wake-up call that shattered the illusion of invulnerability, forcing the nation to confront the harsh reality of domestic terrorism and the insidious threat it posed to the fabric of society. In the aftermath of the attack, a profound sense of grief and outrage swept across the country, as Americans grappled with the magnitude of the tragedy and struggled to make sense of the senseless violence that had shattered so many lives. Yet, amidst the darkness, the city of Oklahoma City emerged as a beacon of hope and resilience, a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure and overcome even the greatest of tragedies. In the years since the bombing, the city has become a symbol of resilience and solidarity, as survivors, families, and first responders have come together to honor the memory of those lost and rebuild their community from the ashes. Through acts of kindness and compassion, the people of Oklahoma City have demonstrated the power of community and the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. Memorials and tributes stand as solemn reminders of the lives lost, while initiatives aimed at promoting healing and reconciliation serve as a testament to the city's unwavering resolve to rise above the darkness and rebuild a brighter future. The legacy of the Oklahoma City bombing endures as a stark reminder of the importance of remaining vigilant in the face of extremism and intolerance. It serves as a solemn pledge to never forget the lives lost and to honor their memory by standing united against hate and violence in all its forms. In the face of tragedy, the people of Oklahoma City have shown that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, and that together, we are stronger than any challenge we may face. Conclusion. As we pause to remember the victims of the Oklahoma City bombing, let us reaffirm our commitment to unity, compassion, and the values that define us as a nation. Though the scars of that tragic day may never fully heal, may we draw strength from the resilience of the Oklahoma City community and strive to build a future free from fear, hatred, and violence.
I would like to thank you for watching the video to the end. To encourage us to make more videos, please like, subscribe, comment, as well as share. Check out this other video if you haven't already.